Are you staring at the team selection screen in the new Madden every year, wondering which franchise will give you the perfect challenge? Me too. So here are my favorite teams for this year's Madden 26, and why. The Nightmare Rebuilds. These three franchises require the most work, and hopefully, for once, offer a real challenge in franchise mode. Cleveland Browns. The toughest rebuild in Madden 26. What makes the Browns so fun on paper, but also a real challenge, is the incredible mess they keep finding themselves in year after year. And this season is no different. Of course, you've got Deshaun Watson's enormous contract, making it way harder to build a contending roster. On top of that, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of us won't even want to put him in the lineup, both due to his level of play and, well, obvious reasons. Then there's the rest of the quarterback room: Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and rookies Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Let's be honest, none of these guys are taking you to a Super Bowl within 2 years. You do still have Myles Garrett anchoring your defensive line, now supported by newly drafted first-round pick Mason Graham. And Denzel Ward is still here, hoping to bounce back after an injury-plagued 2024. Realistically, this Browns franchise should be a true rebuild for at least a few seasons. But with Madden, you never know. You might just turn it around in a year. New England Patriots, rebuilding in the shadow of greatness. Let's be honest, ever since Brady left, things have been rough in Foxborough. Last season's record doesn't show much progress, and with head coach Jared Mayo replaced by Mike Vrabel, there's a small glimmer of hope. Drake May was inconsistent last year, but he shows promise. Shaping his career should be a fun and long-term challenge. And finally, the Patriots have a true #1 receiver again in Stephon Diggs. Of course, we'll have to see how effective he still is coming off a season-ending injury, but he should be a solid target for May. Then there's the cap space. The Patriots have plenty, which means you can shape the roster however you want. With a quarterback that needs time, a full set of draft picks, and tons of financial flexibility, this might just be a rebuilder's dream. Tennessee Titans, the true beginning of the Callahan rebuild. The biggest attraction here? First overall pick Cam Ward from the 2025 draft. But outside a few players really able to make an impact like Jeffrey Simmons and Sweat on the defensive line, and Calvin Ridley as Cam Ward's #1 target, there isn't a whole lot to get excited about at first sight. Outside of Cam Ward, the Titans have a few difference makers, but not many. That said, they seem to be building a strong offensive line to support their new QB, and they've got tons of cap space. If Ward pans out, this could be a fun multi-season project with real long-term potential. Other honorable mentions in this category: the Saints, they have no true starting quarterback. The Panthers, low talent, quarterback in a make-or-break year. The Foundation Builders, looking for a challenge with a bit more hope? These teams have a solid core. They just need the right architect to put it all together. New York Jets, from championship hype to rebuild reality. Rebuilding the Jets in Madden seems to be an annual tradition. Whether it's the unrealistic hype, like in 2023 and 2024, or the complete absence of hope, this team always ends up on the list. Even though the roster isn't in terrible shape this year, it still feels like a long road to the Super Bowl. Justin Fields is a massive question mark, but also incredibly fun to use in Madden. His speed and athleticism create highlight moments, but they'll also frustrate you with missed throws. Outside of Fields, there's still plenty of talent. Garrett Wilson as your main target, Sauce Gardner to shadow opposing stars, and Quinnen Williams dominating up front. Yes, you're carrying a lot of dead cap this season and next, but the Jets still offer enough room to maneuver financially. Fields could either be your future MVP or a total bust. Either way, it's a fun challenge to play out. New York Giants, chaos, cap crunch, and hard decisions. The Giants have real talent. Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence are defensive monsters. Rookie Abdul Carter adds more firepower. Offensively, Malik Neighbors looks ready to break out in year 2, and rookie running back Tyrone Tracy Jr. could surprise. But the quarterback situation is messy. You've got 2 expensive veterans in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. Can either keep rookie Jackson Dart on the bench, or will you throw Dart in from the start? You've got decisions to make, and none are easy. Wilson's age is a concern, and there's limited cap space for the future with multiple players due for big extensions. This team won't get boring quickly, and will challenge you every step of the way. Jacksonville Jaguars. From hype to sustainable success. The Jaguars are an obvious but great pick. Playing with Travis Hunter, a player EA literally redesigned the game for, is a must-try. The question is, did EA implement it properly? If yes, the immersion will be amazing. If not, it'll fall flat. Having Hunter play on both sides of the ball is a unique challenge. Can he really make an impact as a two-way player? And it's not just about Hunter. Trevor Lawrence is back after a disappointing 2024 that ended in injury. He needs to step up to match his contract. Add to that a fierce pass rush with Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker, and wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr., who had an amazing rookie year in 2024. There's a lot to like here, but also questions. Still, it's a rewarding challenge with real upside. Some honorable mentions for this category are, for example, the Raiders and the Cardinals. Both have exciting players on both sides of the ball, but who are still far away from being a solid contender for the playoffs. The Championship Contenders. If you're looking to go all in within a few seasons, these teams are right on the edge of contention. Some just need a few tweaks to become title favorites. Minnesota Vikings, win now, worry about tomorrow later. Last year, the Vikings rode the Sam Darnold wave all the way to the final week of the regular season, only for the Magic to run out in the first round of the playoffs. This year feels different. Darnold is gone and J.J. McCarthy is stepping up. But nobody knows yet if McCarthy can perform at a high enough level to carry this roster to the postseason. Even if you can channel your inner Kevin O'Connell, McCarthy is basically a rookie. His real-life rookie season ended before it began due to injury. Still, there's a lot to like about the Vikings. You've got Justin Jefferson, always ready to make a play. Jordan Addison lines up beside him, giving you a dangerous receiving duo. The trenches have been beefed up on both sides, making this a well-rounded team, except for the question at quarterback. That's what makes this such a fun, short-term franchise. Cap space will get tricky in the coming seasons. The Vikings are a ticking clock. Perform now or miss your shot. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seize the moment or lose it forever. The Bucs have a legitimate shot at success, but their core is aging fast. Still, this is one of the most fun challenges in the game. If nothing else, keeping Mike Evans's receiving streak alive makes this team worth trying for a season or two. And yes, stats may not matter to everyone, but chasing Jerry Rice's record with Evans? That's peak Madden fun. The Bucs have a solid roster that can beat anyone, or lose to anyone. Baker Mayfield is the embodiment of that. He'll win you games, but he might also cost you some. Overall, this is a team with just enough talent to make a run now, but you may need to rebuild soon after if your vets decline. It's a short-term ride with big upside. Washington Commanders. A star is born. But who builds the dynasty? Last year, the Commanders took the league by storm. Jaden Daniels shattered expectations and kept up the pace through the playoffs until falling to the eventual champion Eagles. But now, it's a new season, and nothing is guaranteed. At the time of writing, Terry McLaurin has requested a trade. That means Daniels' receiving core could be a major weakness. Deebo Samuel is unpredictable, and behind him and McLaurin, there's not much depth. Yes, the Commanders signed Laramie Tunsil and still have Sam Cosmi at guard, but the rest of the O-line is shaky. Daniels is a baller, but is that enough? The defense raises even more questions. Bobby Wagner is still highly rated, but aging. Marshawn Lattimore has yet to regain his early career form. The upside? You have one of the league's most exciting quarterbacks on a rookie deal. That means your Super Bowl window is wide open, right now. Other great picks in this tier: Chargers, Packers, Bengals, and maybe even the Steelers. The Instant Dominators. These are your win-now teams. No rebuild, no patience, just dominance. But even these rosters have their own unique challenges. Detroit Lions. You have everything, except time. If you're looking to play just 1 or 2 seasons, the Lions are perfect. Their roster is loaded, especially on offense. You want to run the ball? You've got Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Or do you prefer to air it out? There's Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta. Jared Goff is protected by elite tackles, though the interior line has taken a small step back. Defensively, even with last year's struggles, this looks like a powerhouse unit. You've got Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph, and Brian Branch. And there's plenty more talent beyond that. Keeping the core together beyond 2 seasons could be tough, but for short-term players, this team is a blast. Baltimore Ravens. Win now or pay the price. The Ravens are loaded on both sides of the ball. Of course, the main attraction is Lamar Jackson. Can you be the one to finally get him his Super Bowl ring? Behind Lamar, King Henry is still running hard. Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, and Rashad Bateman form a deep and dangerous receiving core. And the defense, possibly even better. Roquan Smith leads a stacked unit that includes Kyle Hamilton, Jair Alexander, and Marlon Humphrey in the secondary alone. That's wild. The roster is deep, talented, and ready. But keep in mind, Lamar's contract is about to spike. If Madden makes contract management matter, this team could be a cap nightmare in year 3. Still, for a 1 or 2 season burst of elite gameplay, the Ravens are a perfect pick. Buffalo Bills, this is the moment or the final chapter. If you're chasing a Super Bowl right now, this is your team. No rebuild, no wait. The Bills are built to win. Josh Allen is coming off an MVP season and is still playing lights out. But somehow, this team still hasn't reached the Super Bowl in the Allen era. Time to change that. While they may lack a top-tier wideout, Shakir and Coleman can make plays. Tight ends Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid form a strong duo. And with James Cook in the backfield, this offense is more than ready. After a Super Bowl run or two, things may get stale, but that's the price of success. Also worth noting, the Bills' defense is stacked too. So if you're the kind of player who loves defense-only gameplay, you're in for a treat. Rounding out this tier, a few honorable mentions. The Eagles, who are looking for a repeat, and also the Chiefs, bouncing back from a painful Super Bowl loss. And that's my complete breakdown of the top franchise mode teams heading into the 2025 NFL season, whether you're rebuilding from the ground up or chasing that one final ring. Now it's your turn. Which team are you rolling with this season? Did we miss a hidden gem? Or rank someone too high or too low? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and good luck building your dynasty in Madden 26.